One. Hi, it's Dolores from Vinci Rakos Who Makes Sense. I hope everybody's doing okay. Today I thought I would talk about fragrances, but in particular, my formulas that are substitutes for fragrances on the market that use alcohol. I don't use alcohol with any of my formulas. Nothing wrong with alcohol, but I find for me that they're a little bit drying, and I also think it changes the fragrances in a way that maybe you don't get the full punch or the full feeling of the fragrance itself. So I've never used alcohol in any of my carriers for my fragrances. And today, we're not going to talk about the perfumes or the eau de parfums. We're going to talk about what you would use instead of a cologne. And I have three formulas that we're going to talk about. My best-selling carrier for the last over 30 years is my dry body oil spray. Second one is going to be my sheer spray on lotion. And the other one is going to be my aftershave balm for men. Now, what I wanted you to know is the fact that when you don't use cologne, you have to use a different name for a fragrance carrier. And so this is my dry body oil spray. And it's an oilless oil that goes on dry. And then it goes on kind of oily and then it dries dry. And the whole idea is that it's a perfect carrier for your fragrance, but it gives you emolliency, vitamin E, beta carotene at the same time. It's a little heavier, obviously, than a cologne because it's got moisturizing benefits for you. Now, I normally would spray that on for you, but a couple of my clients asked me, what does it actually look like? So over here, I'm going to show you what it actually looks like. Right here, it's a clear liquid right here. And if you spray it on, it goes on oily, then it dries dry. And this could be done in any fragrance that you want. And what's so nice about this is your fragrance stays true to form. The alcohol doesn't diminish it. And it feels good on the skin. It may take a little bit of a minute for it to go in, but you're going to have a nice sheen on your skin and you're going to have moisturizing. Like I said, my best-selling product in my line for over 30 years. And we can do it in any fragrance that you want for men and women. A few years ago, maybe about 4 or 5 years ago, clients came to me and said, we love your dry body oil spray, but we live in really, really, really humid climates. And could you do something for us that would be maybe not as oily in the summertime? So it took about 4 years, but we came out with a product called our sheer spray on lotion. This particular product here, the reason it took so long is because we had to figure out how we could spray it with a sprayer. And it was almost impossible, but we finally came out with the right blend. And if you take a look at it right here, it's a very clear, creamy, but sheer formula that goes on very cooling and very smooth. And it has all kinds of botanicals and minerals inside of it. But what's so nice is a carrier for you when you don't want to have something as rich as the dry body oil spray. But yet, in the humid, clients that are very humid, or let's just say if you live in the desert like I do, it's a little bit more refreshing because it cools when it goes on your skin. Now, my sister, and a few of my other clients who live back east, they actually use both of these formulas. In other words, they spray one on and then the other one and get like a different formula that they can create themselves. The other thing is you can switch between the seasons, between this formula and this one. What's so nice about the two of them is that there is no alcohol in, again, as I said, and the formulas are true when you add the fragrance to it. Your fragrance will come through and you don't have that alcohol over that sometimes you just smell alcohol. It's going to be true. And also, I have some clients, one that contacted me the other day. I hadn't heard from the man in about 20 years. And he said, oh my gosh, I have the dry body oil spray and it still smells as great as it did 20 years ago. So of course he ordered a little bit more, but he said, I am so sorry, I was out of the country and I want to go back to using the dry body oil spray. And he also bought the sheer spray on lotion also. Now, the third product I'm going to talk about is my aftershave spray-on balm for the men. And that has allantoin in it and some soothing ingredients in it for the men that may want to take this and put it on their face and on their shoulders to have their fragrance, but also to soothe them after they've shaved. Now, this formula here is a little thicker than the Sure Spray On lotion, but the men like this because they can spray it on their hands like this and then put it on their face. Now, we also do a version of this in a cream, so for those men that would prefer a cream to put on their face as opposed to a spray. Now, the reason why I'm so passionate about these three fragrances is the fact that, again, for the 13th time, there is no alcohol in them. Your fragrances are going to be more full-bodied, and the scent is going to last longer, and you have moisturizing ability, which will make your skin just feel better. Again, this is my best-selling product for over 32 years, and this one is actually rivaling it now in terms of how people like to use a product like that. So what I'd like you to do is contact me if you have any questions, you want to know a little bit more about how these products work. But what's so nice about this is any fragrance that I have in my line, and I have over 200 fragrances for you to choose from that will work perfectly in these three formulas. Again, this is your lighter carrier for your fragrance. But what's so nice about it is the moisturizing aspect of it. Again, it's Dolores from Who Makes Sense, Vinci Rakos. I hope you contact me if you have any questions, and I can help you pick a formula for yourself or a fragrance that might work perfectly for you, or if you have any gift-giving needs, okay? Hopefully this helped you, and take care and be healthy. Thank you.